Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You can see it behind me. Got the all-wheel drive OBS. I really need to give this truck a name. I don't know what yet, but we'll give it a name at some point. All right, so recap. We did the front diff, the all-wheel drive front diff, axles and everything out of the 05 Denali. So now we're gonna work on lowering this thing. Now the lowering kit in the front on a four-wheel drive GM consists of torsion bars. So you gotta take these torsion keys out. The tool I used on the lowering torsion keys, I'll show you how it works. So right here on the torsion key, you can see this little bolt. There's also, on top of that, there is a hole that goes in. Basically, it goes like that. You tighten it up, pull this bolt out, let it loose, then this slides out and your torsion bar or your torsion key is ready to come out. So I started trying to put these lowering keys in. I got the tool, I took the bolt out, everything. Man, these are froze up in there. It's got a hexagon shape like that inside this key. Man, it is stuck. So I've been soaking it with WD-40 and everything else, trying to get this thing out of here to no avail so far, but we're not giving up just yet. All right, I got one side out, passenger side out. What I did was I took these three bolts out and slid the torsion bars through the control arm up there, and so it would let this key hang. And I just kept tapping on the edge of this, like back and forth till I got it broke loose, and it finally came out. So just like that. And let's keep working on this one though. It is stuck bad. All right, here's the old key. There's the new key. I'll show you how these work. So you got your hexagon there. So if you line these up like this, you'll notice that they're off. So when you line them up, it's offset. That allows the torsion bars to have less spring to them and allows you to lower the front end up to 3 inches. So they suck to get out. It was a real pain, but we got it. We don't lose here. This is Ray wins. That's the name of the game here. Check out these cool wheels I picked up. 175 bucks for all 4 of them. They are still 16s, but they look better than those, and they don't say 4x4 on them. So you'll be seeing these again here in a little while, because after we paint the truck, they will be powder coated. Got some cool plans coming for the visual aspects of this build. All right, let's throw the wheels back on the front of this thing, let it down on the ground, and see how low it actually is. Now, one thing you got to remember though is this truck does not have motor, transmission, or transfer case in it at the moment, so it's going to be set up quite a bit higher than it will once it's got all the weight on it. Now that 6.0 LQ4 is lighter than the old small block. The transfer case is lighter, front diff is lighter, so the truck's actually going to be lighter than it was, but probably not by that much. I'd say 300 pounds maybe. Check this out, roly-polies. I'm not sure if you guys have these where you're from. These things, they roll up like a ball when you touch them. Hence the name roly-poly. Now, I don't know the technical name of them, but from what I understand, they're actually a prehistoric bug. I don't know. I'm not a bug expert. I just know that as a kid we used to play with them. I used to work at a tire shop. Kind of embarrassing beating it up. Gotta take all the lug nuts off. All right, I got one jack stand out. Here we go. My jack's stuck. Well, this sucks. My jack stand's stuck under there because the front suspension is not as stiff now. So we're gonna do some sketchy shit here. I might have to loosen that a little bit because it doesn't really set that much lower. It does set some lower. You can see that it's raked in the rear, but so I got the front keys in. The front end will set a lot further down once I get motor and transmission in. Since I'm doing a short bed conversion, I pulled the bed bolts off. You got 3 here. You got 8 bed bolts. They're 18 millimeter. Got all them off, got the wires unhooked. Get this bed off of here. Then we can do the axle flip kit and move the spring purchase forward, cut the back of the bed off so we can do that short bed conversion on it. Man, I'm getting excited. All right, it's time to do some questionable sketchy shit here. Hopefully we don't ruin this beautiful bed. Let's get this thing off here. Time to do some sketchy shit. Bed is off, safe and sound. Check out that quality spare tire. That's the original spare tire, and I don't think it's ever been down. Frame's in good shape, no rust, just a lot of dirt. I was noticing, however, that these U-bolts are in less than good shape. Luckily, we're changing those. So what we'll be doing is I got some 2-inch drop shack front leaf spring hangers. So basically I'll take these off, I'll put the drop hangers here, move everything forward, which is actually going to raise the back of the truck up, but I also have 4-inch lowering springs. So I'm thinking that when I'm done, everything should be right. And I do have a short bed gas tank. There's a lot of videos on YouTube of this, so I'm not the first one to do it. It's just the first time I'm doing it. So let's get this thing pressure washed. I'm gonna have a dirty ass drive. Well, that definitely looks better. That's a lot of dirt and crap out here. Luckily, it's supposed to rain, so maybe it'll wash it all down into the gutter. We got the frame good enough to where we can get started on this short bed conversion. After I get all the suspension work done, then I'm gonna put the motor and transmission in the truck. I just want to get all the suspension stuff done first. Just want to make it look good. All right, finally cleared off. So we're gonna do this axle flip first. It's basically showing you guys how to lower one of these. Then I'm gonna do the short bed conversion. First, we gotta get this gas tank out of the way. I am not going to reuse any of these lines. Throttle body 350 takes a low pressure fuel injection. And the LS takes high pressure, so gotta get that out of the way. I know one problem I'm gonna run into for sure is these bolts. I don't know if they're gonna come loose or not. We will throw the impact on them and see what happens though. I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not feeling very promising. Well, 3 of them came off. The 4th one, I'll be damned. All right, so we got this front bolt stuck. This thing will not spin at all. When you lift the leaf spring, it moves, which tells me that it's rusted solid in that spring eye, which this is what I'm talking about. Dirt and mud gets in there and it rusts them up. So keep working at it, but we may end up having to cut it and get a new bolt. Here you go, see all the dirt and debris. Then look at those U-bolts. My God, that is bad. All right, here's our axle flip kit. New snubbers. As you can see from the writing, this is a high quality kit off of Amazon. I have never done one of these before, so this could be interesting. Although those new U-bolts look a lot better than the old ones, I say. And once again, no directions with anything, so yeah, this is starting to become the norm, I guess. So with my BFH, big freaking hammer, insert bad word there, my IR titanium, and some WD-40, and a whole lot of persuasion, we got it out of there. So now we can actually do what we set out to do here. So with the floor jack back under the nose of the rear axle, it ain't where it needs to be, but you know, we can move that. So with the, anyway, that's where that needs to be. Now we can hang the leaf springs back underneath it. Now what we got to do is hang the leaf spring from the bottom, hence, you know, spring under conversion. It's a pain. So I guess I should have this on now. Alright, so after asking a few questions from some people who know more than I do, that bolt, that hole goes to the front. Scrape this crap off this leaf spring. Actually, I think I'd be best served to put the back in first. Don't do that, that hurts. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to let this truck down. I think it's sitting up too high. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that in there. So I decided it would be a lot easier, not what I didn't think of it in the first place, to actually, you know, put a jack under the axle. Alright, so we got that thing in there. The leaf springs in there and stuff. I actually ended up putting my floor jack, or my scissor jack, underneath the axle and lifting the axle up. I still got to put this in, but that'll be the easy part, I think. Alright, then your new U-bolts go over the rear axle like that. And you put your plate on the bottom like that. Now we just got to tighten up them bolts. Well, we are definitely gonna need a C-notch, because this thing sits low. As you can see, it's almost sitting on the bump stops. Now I do have to take those out of there still, but man, this thing sits way lower. But that's how you do the axle flip. We're gonna leave this video here for now. Got a lot to do on the next one. You'll notice I didn't put the bolts or anything in it. That's because we're getting ready to do a short bed conversion on it, and I didn't want to fully put it back together because a lot of this stuff isn't getting reused. There you go, on to the next one. Keep watching if you want to see more of the 91 all-wheel drive LS swapped OBS truck that we are building on a budget for under $3,000 total investment. Till next time.